Good morning. It is Thursday, September 4th. This is the Automotive State of the Union. I'm Kyle Mounts here. This guy over here is Michael Cirillo. We're talking about VinFast, Volkswagen, and charging. Because that's what we do every single day.
Charging?
We always talk about charging and EVs, but this one's really cool. If you're a Porsche follower and fan, this one's one to, and you got a couple bucks in your pocket, this one's one to follow.
You kind of think about how the world follows cycles. And I'm thinking, when's the last time there was this much discussion around charging stuff?
Right.
Like when rechargeable batteries hit the mainstream.
Oh my goodness, right? That wasn't it was like, okay, that's fine. You know what's funny, actually, yesterday, Nathan and I were on a call with someone and we brought up the metaverse. We're like, remember when for 6 months, the only thing on the news was the metaverse? That was it. Like Meta was going all in on the metaverse. They changed their name because of it. Is a whole, like, that was a cycle that we all have just forgotten.
We're all going to buy cars in the metaverse. I mean,
yeah,
I think Kramer pulled off a car sale in the metaverse.
He did.
But my thesis was like, I don't know how. See, I have a hard enough time accepting small changes to the way my routine works. I don't know if I ever saw a time where I'd buy a car sitting across from a dude dressed up like a banana avatar. You know what I mean?
Why a banana?
I don't know. I just like
that's what you thought
in the commercials, and there's a guy in a banana, and there's another guy that's a gorilla, and there's another, you know.
Yeah. Like, yeah, let's buy a car. It's easy. Well, hey, look, we talk about real car sales and car trades, especially on an Edge webinar coming up next Wednesday. You're going to want to check it out. You can go to asodu.com, scroll down just a little bit. We'll be hanging out with our friends at vAuto and Adam Claiborne, the general manager of Mike Shaw Kia, talking about how to miss less trades, get more used car inventory. We've also got a new podcast out, Auto Collabs episode with Jennifer Moran. She is with the Chicago Auto Trade Association and the new Automotive Experience Alliance. They're doing a lot of studies around auto shows, like what has seemingly waned a bit, but they're seeing some data and studies around showroom visits or new model excitement that is waning because of the changes in how OEMs are looking at auto shows, dealers are looking at auto shows, and we discovered a couple cool ideas. So you're going to want to go check out Auto Collabs wherever you can get your podcasts. We do a lot of podcasts around here, Michael.
It's like a thing.
It's a whole thing.
We should make a business out of it.
We should do that. All right, let's get into the news. Hey, despite reporting a larger Q2 loss, Vietnamese EV maker VinFast is still betting on a traditional dealership model to accelerate growth and cut costs. The shift is a major pivot from its direct-to-consumer roots. Q2 net loss hit $812 million, up 15% from Q1, but they're really heavy up on global marketing and R&D. Revenue rose, however, 91.6% year over year to $663 million, with vehicles deliveries jumping 172% to 35,000 units. You know, dealers like to sell cars and stuff. The founder, Pham Nhat Vuong, pledged $1.5 billion to support expansion and R&D as the company moves away from company-owned showrooms to a lighter franchise dealership model. Their chairperson, Thuy, said, "We stick to our goal this year and are flexible with our market approach amidst the changing global situation." So they are leaning in, investing heavily, and sales are up. How about that?
I mean, hey, and shout out to our pal, a SODU community member, Lawrence, who was awarded a VinFast franchise out in Forney, Texas. I mean, these are good-looking vehicles. I don't know what to say. I saw them. Ironically, I saw them for the first time in person at the Toronto Auto Show.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And I mean, I did all the things that like an old Italian car shopper would do. I like opened the door and closed it several times.
Slam the door.
I did, like, I sat in. You
actually kicked a tire. You're like, thunk.
I did. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's a real tire. I mean, I think these people, this isn't Cracker Barrel, okay? Right. We're not making rash decisions here. These people know it's a heavy lift to introduce a new car brand. There's so much R&D that goes into it. Safety, regulations, politics, all manufacturing, distribution. So I think they knew coming into it, we're going to see losses for a minute.
Yep.
You know, it just is what it is.
Yeah, and whenever you're investing in real estate, and all OEMs invest in real estate alongside their dealer partners, you see an initial loss, and then you recover that over time. The fact that vehicle deliveries are up 172% is a testament to the sales model, and I think that they'll continue to see profitability rise as they level out some of those things. So, kudos to them. Bigger Q2 loss. Investors have a little bit of questions, but my auto hat on says I think they're going to be okay. Speaking of being okay,
Stop.
Segue.
Time.
just okay is kind of the vibe over at Volkswagen, as the most affordable EV lease in the US is pausing its production in Chattanooga, just south of me in Tennessee, as consumer demand continues to drop. Production will stop in late October of their ID.4. In Q2, sales dropped 65%, down to just under 2,000 units compared to a little over 5,600 units in the same quarter last year. Obviously, the loss of the federal EV tax credit and increased competition from brands like Hyundai and GM have hurt demand. It's crazy because Volkswagen even dropped their lease pricing to $129 a month. So price wasn't the only factor there. A company spokesperson called the pause a market-driven decision with no set restart date on production.
I mean, but dude, dental plans are more expensive than $129 a month.
Yeah. That is it like a miss in marketing? Is it the actual car? Like the car, I've always enjoyed the way that the car looks, like from just a style perspective. I think Volkswagen has that, but kind of wild to like literally drop 65% in 1 year on vehicle deliveries, especially with a $129 lease.
You know, I can't help but think, you know, the US market is the nut to crack.
Yep.
And if you are largely based in a different country, right? Let's use the European market. See lots of Volkswagens out there, lots of EVs out there like crazy. Lots of infrastructure happening out there. They might go, hey, well, like it's working here. Let's try and crack this nut in the US market. And you just kind of never know. It's like there's a reason why ketchup chips don't exist in America right now, because Americans are just like, that sounds
terrible,
all sorts of wacky.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like it's one of those things where you have to try it. You don't know if it's going to hit or not. And
this is my read on this, actually. I think the lower cost EV is actually not incentivized around the buyer persona of an EV right now in the US. The buyer persona is actually, it's a second or third car. It is kind of it's a tech purchase over a cost purchase. It's a environmental purchase potentially over a cost purchase. And so people that maybe are searching for that $129 a month payment aren't really thinking EV. They're not thinking, I also need to buy a charger. Maybe I don't have a home. I haven't purchased my home and it's not a place where I can put a charger. So like all of the downstream buying decisions or buying personas aren't potentially matched to the low cost EV. And that could actually be a thing where even if BYD was able to come in, or some of these lower cost brands, some of the buyer persona in the US is still tuned toward this $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 vehicle when they're thinking about an EV.
Yeah. Interesting. Hey, well,
speaking of high priced EVs,
Stop.
speaking of a place to
Time.
that's right.
It's okay. It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress.
Guys, we're building the plane in the air. Get off our backs. Check this one out.
Yeah.
Porsche's new wireless charging pad for the upcoming Cayenne EV brings smartphone-style convenience to your driveway with high-tech safety features and surprisingly strong performance. The 11-kilowatt wireless charger pad delivers overnight charging speeds matching typical Level 2 plug-in options. The system activates automatically when a compatible vehicle parks over the pad, eliminating the need to plug in. Pad is air-cooled, vehicle-mounted plate is liquid-cooled, and the and must be pre-wired at the factory. So there's the kind of caveat there. Built-in radar pauses charging if it detects pets or metal objects, adding a layer of safety to home charging. I'm glad I was going to bring that up. U.S. pricing is still pending, but the full system, including vehicle integration, is expected to cost around $9,500 based on European estimates.
So
interesting.
Wild. The one that got me was the pet thing, because I just see anybody's cat just like lounging up on this thing and just disrupting charging immediately, because it obviously doesn't, like an iPhone, like or an Android, that thing magnets right up. But this is like an air traveled magnetic connection that's not perfectly aligned. But this is like one of those enhancements that I think we'll see over the next 3 to 5 years in more people trying to figure this out, where you just drive over the thing and you don't have to get out and plug it in and remember all of those little micro steps that maybe you forgot. It's still, 11 kilowatt hours, or 11 kilowatts. That thing is charging slow. It's definitely an overnight thing, but for Porsche buyers, probably not driving as much, it's a thing that could be cool. I think it's just like, it's a neat step in the right direction.
Your brain went to a much more innocent place than mine. You're like, oh, good. It'll just, I'm glad they thought about how it might disrupt the charging. I'm like, I'm seeing kids with foreheads the size of this because they were laying on the driveway and it was hot out.
Just melting on this magnet.
Walking around in hazmat suits. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Gotta have it. Hey, we're always full of a couple surprises here, but hey, there's some news for you today. I think that for me, the VinFast story wins. They're leaning into the dealership model. Lean into your dealership, serve some people, sell some cars. Let's go.